Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action here in the beautiful city of Manila. It's the 2006 Philippines World Ball Championships. Quarterfinals, race to 11, alternate breaks. Referee in charge of the action is Mr. Nigel Reese. It's now time to meet the players. Firstly, would you please welcome from the Philippines, it's Ronato Alcano! Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the turn of the reigning and defending World Ball Champion from Chinese Taipei. It's Chia Ching!
Welcome back to the Philippine International Convention Center. This is the fourth and final quarterfinal match we have for today. After here, we'll have the final four players in the semifinals. But look at this, Ronato Alcano, age 34, plays right-handed for the Philippines. And that's how he got to this particular stage. Anthony Sutai here, joined by Jay Helford, as we said, our final quarterfinal match. And this is probably the best match of the four.
I've been looking forward to this one all day, Anthony. These are the two hottest players in the tournament, really. They've both been just going through their opponents. Wu hasn't lost a match in the group stages or, of course, in the knockout stages. Ronnie just skated in. He was the 64th man in. He needed to beat his final man in the group 8-2, and he did, but he has been hot as a firecracker since.
Well, if you don't believe us, he knocked off the magician, Efren Batareas. After that, he played a money match with Chia Ching, the guy he was facing the day after. He smoked him 11-1, and then he beat him handily even here in the last 16. So now he's here in the final 8, and let's see how he's going.
Wins the leg. Ronnie Alcano is kind of a throwback to the early days of Efren. He'll come to a tournament. He'll play tournament matches all day and he'll gamble all night. I never seen nothing like it. I go to the pool room at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's Ronnie in action, and he's got to play tournament the next day. Doesn't bother a bit.
Race to 11, alternate breaks. Chia Ching to break.
Chia Ching now to break here in rack number 1. Both these players would like to get off to a blazing start if possible. But you get that feeling that Chia Ching has been on such an even keel all throughout the tournament. Nothing seems to faze him.
He's rolling, I'll tell you.
And look at that break. Well, he didn't want that one to drop.
Like 4 balls in the break here?
Yep, and he was hoping that this one would stay up. Gets a nice kiss there on the white ball, but it drops instead.
Well, he's got a long straight-in shot on the 4. All he's really got to do is make this ball and stop it for the 5. You don't want to shoot this hard a shot for your first shot of the match, but the way this guy's been playing, I fully expect him to make it and get out. As you can see, all he's got to do is make this ball stop the cue ball. You won't see the cue ball move too much after it hits the 4. Perfect. He even got the good angle to get from the 5 to the 6.
This guy's got all the tools, Jay.
He looks like a man who wants to defend his title.
It seemed like they were saying he was on a mission last year, but he's on a mission this year as well.
If anything, this year has given him a lot more maturity. He looks like a much more seasoned player to me.
Do you think losing that extra poundage really helped his cause?
Well, I think he's a little bit more of an athlete now. And if you notice, the top pool players are very fit. Guys like Thorsten Holman, Mika, Ralph. They're lean and limber and very trim.
Well, he's going to make mincemeat of rack number 1 here. Getting 4 balls down on the break. and they're finding gravity. Chia Ching off to a 1-0 lead in this race to 11 encounter.
Referee Nigel Reese is having a few words with Ronato Alcano.
This was the rack that was, and it was very quick, Jim.
Ronnie's going to have to respond right now. He needs to break and run out and show Wu that he's here for real.
Look at the updates. Routes to go through. Chia Ching, of course, is the match we're watching right now. Wu defeats the other Filipino Rodolfo boy, Samson Liu, at 11-7. And in the other match, the other quarterfinal going on right now, it's 5-3. China on top of Vietnam there.
And the winner of that last match will play the winner of this match right here in the semis.
Rack 2, Ronato Alcano to break. Turning 1 rack to nail.
Let's see how Ronnie Alcano responds.
He spent the last year or so in the States terrorizing all the American players, and believe me, he did do that. He won his share of tournaments, particularly on the Northeast Jaws Tour, but he was in money games all over the United States, and I didn't hear him losing one match.
But so far here, when it counts,
A little bit of a soft break. Yeah, a little bit of a soft break, but boy, what position. Look at this. Nice setup here.
Two balls down in the break. The 8 and the 3 found gravity. And as you said, a fantastic layout to start out. And this is the kind of response that you expected and Ronnie actually needed against Chia Ching.
Well, the only trick here is you can make the one on the side, but he's got to get good position on this 2-ball. Boy, nicely done. Nice touch right there. Had to lay that down there and just missed the 9-ball. A little bit bridging over the 5 there. Draw back for the 4. Now this is not real good because he's straight in on the 4. And he needs to get the cue ball up there a little ways for the 5. And he's looking to see if he can go forward. I guess he can. It looks like he's drawing this ball. Be careful. He's okay. He's okay. Can shoot the 5 on the side. Let the cue ball just slide up in the direction of the 6. These side pockets are real tight. You've got to hit them in the center. No problem. Looks like he's going to pick off this rack just as well as Wu did the first one.
Boy, this has the makings of a fantastic match right from the very beginning.
It's a shootout here, Anthony. We're going to be seeing racks run, I think. It's going to be who runs the last rack.
Are you surprised that Ronnie Alcano did go to the slow break, though? The soft break?
Well, he was breaking hard last night.
Previous matches we've seen here in this table, soft break didn't work. And so far, so good for Ronnie Alcano from the Philippines. He has tied things up here, answering the break and run out of Chia Ching with a break and run out of his own.
These are 2 of the 3 most impressive players in the tournament so far, the other one being Ronato Alcano.
And obviously it's fitting that those players you mentioned are here and still alive in the tournament. There's our defending champion. Not phased by what Ronnie has been able to show.
He doesn't have the demeanor of a teenager to me. He's like 17 going on 40.
Chia Ching to break. 1-1.
And now let's watch the power that Chia Ching has.
He lets it all hang out on his break. And it's been working. He was just crushing him last night against Pat Holtz.
But what you have to appreciate is the fact that he has such great control of that cue ball. Look at him barking that.
He lost the cue ball there.
Actually, that was kicked in, Jay.
Yep.
So that had to be an unfortunate bit of luck. Watch it again here in the replay. He did have good control, but the pin 4 knocked that in.
First opening to Ronato Alcano. There's a chance to break serve here. The balls are all out in the open, Anthony. Ronnie is the last hope of the Filipino nation.
But actually, Jay, if you talk to some of the odds makers, they were saying he's the hands-on pick, really. Because of the way he's just been playing so far.
Look at this Stanson Burge behind his back, leaning over the table. This is a yoga shot.
Now he's double clutching.
Yeah. It looked good.
You think that was for intimidation, Jay? He was maybe looking over to Ronato and saying, look, I'm going to try to do this, but maybe not.
That's one thing the Filipino players do better than anybody else. They shoot behind their back. Look at the way he holds that bridge. I've never seen that either. On top of his shoulder. This guy's a real innovator.
As I say, Jay, whatever works.
And it works.
Watch it again. Unorthodox, but effective.
We turn that flash off.
Referee Nigel Reese reminding somebody to turn the flash off in their camera. The referees have had to run herd on this crowd all through the week with cell phones and cameras, doing double duty.
Ronato Alcano looking very sharp here.
Unlike many of our other matches in the tournament where you see quite a bit of safety play, push-outs after the break, this match looks like it's going to be all about run-out pool.
Just one more ball to manage. It's a shootout here at the Corral. And after the first 3 racks, it's Ronato Alcano of the Philippines leading defending champion Chia Ching with a score of 2-1. You're watching the World Pool Championships here from Manila.
Let's get back to your commentators, Anthony Sintai and Jay Halford.
All you pool fans out there watching this on ESPN, you are seeing 2 of the best pool players on the planet going head-to-head. I've been watching these guys. I've been watching great pool for 40 years, and I'll tell you what, I look forward to this match right here. These are the 2 hot guns in this tournament. This could well be a final match, but unfortunately, the draw put them together in the quarters. And someone's got to go today.
Another once again goes to his soft break. Exactly, Jay. He's got a ball down on the break. An excellent look at the one.
This guy's a real clever player. He just figures out what to do in all situations. He's an innovative and creative thinker on the pool table.
As I was mentioning to you earlier, Jay, the fact that that soft break didn't work for the last 2 players who came up on this table. But so far, it's looking good for Ronato Alcano.
And he didn't break soft on table 2 last night. Well, he's got something figured out. I like the way they're sitting, too. 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing here presents a real problem for him. Just a matter of maintaining concentration. I like the way he's controlling the speed of the cue ball.
At the same time, he's not taking anything for granted. Taking a look at the shots, sizing it up well, but not really taking too much time, though.
Well, you got to be very careful on these tables. These pockets are very tight. You lose concentration for a moment, and you're going to miss that ball.
He's also got to be worried about analysis by paralysis, Paralysis by analysis.
A little bit of an angle on the 6. He'd probably draw this ball back to shoot the 8 in that upper left corner. Yeah, it looks like he's hitting. This is low right English. Comes back, goes to the right, just like that. Used the whole pocket there, but he's got the right table speed.
He was using pocket speed there. If he hit that a little bit harder, I would have stayed up, Jay.
Quiet then, please.
That got a few Filipinos up, moving in their seats.
I like the way he's hitting the balls. He's got that cue ball on a string right now.
Ronato Alcano deposits 9. And that's 3 straight racks. After yielding the first rack to Chia Ching, he's on a roll, and he's taking a 2-rack advantage over the defending world champion.
Well, the only difference in this match right now is that scratch on the break by Wu. Otherwise, these guys are playing perfect pool. And I expect to see more of the same. This match may come down, Anthony, to who flinches at the end.
Or sometimes, who gets the better breaks? As you mentioned, nobody has really made any error here. Just an unfortunate bit of luck for Chia Ching.
Well, he needs to come up big on this break. I'm sure he remembers that he scratched last time.
But that's not going to deter him. He's going to just hammer these balls once again on the break.
Rack 5, Chia Ching to break. Turning 1 rack to 3.
He knows he needs this rack. He doesn't want to go down 3 games.
Especially with the way Ronnie's playing.
See, put that cue ball right down in the end. Boy, this... Well, look out 6. Look out 6. It got him. I think it got him. Yeah, he's shaking his head. He's going to have to go to the push-out. Another big break shot. Look at that. He made 3 balls in the break. He'd love to have a shot at that, too. Unfortunately, the 6 has stopped him. He's looking at it like he might be able to see the edge of the 2 ball, and if he can, then he'll probably play a safety off of it.
Well, it looks like he is shooting straight at it.
Well, if he is, then he's banking the 2 cross side. I don't know. It looks like a safety to me because he's, yeah, put the cue ball behind the 8. Nicely done, nicely done. He's got the upper hand with that little safety. Sometimes the best shots in pool, Anthony, are just little slow roll safeties, just like that. We call them bunt shots. It's kind of like a bunt in baseball. You just kind of tap the ball.
And I've always believed that's what really separates the good players from the great ones.
Nice hit, nice hit, nice hit. Gotta leave it tough. That's the best he could do right there.
That's all he really could do, Jay. Now that with Chia Ching seeing the entire 2, he can come up with another counter safety. A more wicked one at that.
Well, Ronnie beat last year's runner-up in the last round, Mr. Kuo from China. Now, if he wants to move to the semifinals, he's got to beat last year's champion. So Ronnie's had no easy task of it so far this week.
But knowing Ronnie, he would not have it any other way.
Oh, this guy, he likes to play the best players.
He calls out the big guns and says, bring it on.
Well, we're going to see another safety here. Probably bounce the 2 ball up the table. He's going side to side. He'd like to hide the cue ball behind the 5. It ain't going to work. Didn't get there.
Advantage Ronato Alcano here. It's going to be a tough cut though, Jay.
Tough cut or possibly a bank shot on the 2. Ronnie's offensive minded, so I think he's going to go for this shot. It's kind of a choice. Which do you like best? I feel like he's banking it because he's stroking it. Not an easy shot. Banked it. Look out, it's going to stick its nose out for Wu. Well, it's not really as bad as it looks because the cue ball's close to the rail, the 2 is relatively straight in, and it's going to be hard to get, even if he makes the 2, to get the cue ball back across the table for the 5. I'd like to see if he has a little angle on the 2 here. Like I said, there's no easy bank shots on these tables. These pockets are cinched up real tight. Yeah, see, he's straight in. This is tough. To get on the 5 ball, he's got to kind of jack up and force that cue ball a little bit. got to hit this hard. He wants to get the cue ball over to the other side of the table where the 5 is. He's cheating the pocket a little bit. See? That's the problem. There you go.
Once again, Chia Ching cannot be blamed for that error because the ball was really up against that long rail. It's almost impossible to control.
Well, he wanted to just overcut that too a little bit.
Quiet, please.
Nigel Reese, talk about having to work overtime here, trying to quiet this crowd down with ball in hand. It seems like Alcano will take 4 straight racks.
Well, that's the second error in this match by Wu. And I think Ronnie's going to capitalize on it. See, I like this angle. He's got the perfect angle to slide right over for the 7. Ronnie's in great shape.
We give ball in hand to any of these players, it's almost certain going to be a run out. Alcano still making sure, not taking anything for granted.
Ronnie looks up in the stands. Somebody made some kind of noise there.
Because I think that person felt that was going to follow into the side pocket. Maybe somebody watching up in the rafters. So from that point of view, maybe it looked like it might have followed to the side pocket. That's why that shriek came out. That brought a smile to Ronnie's face.
Down then, please. There as well.
A little bit of a long shot on the 9 ball. Should be no problem for Alcano.
Kind of like a shot FN missed earlier in the week. Alcano cleans up. Hold on.
Okay. Ronnie points to that cue ball like saying, slow down, partner.
4 straight racks put together by Ronnie Alcano, and he has taken a decisive edge here in the early stages against defending champion Chia Ching. And he's coming up to break here in rack number 6. Looking to try to further increase that lead. And against Chia Ching, you have to do that. Take advantage of every opportunity as early and as quickly as possible.
Nice little lead, 4-1. This alternate break format, that puts him in the driver's seat. Let him break and run this rack out. And
rack 6. Ronato Alcano to break.
He's really
hitting 4 racks to it.
Ronnie inspects Nigel Reese's rack, wants to make sure everything is tight. Looks like we're going to have another. He's got that soft break working, so I think we'll see it again.
Well, to use the tennis analogy, he's actually broken the serve of Wu twice already. And that's a big advantage.
Well, the cue ball went all the way down to the end rail, comes back up. He'd like it to stop right there. And it does. He keeps setting up that 1 ball in the side pocket. It's a little different style break. See, the other guys that was breaking soft kept sending the 1 ball down the table. Ronnie's got a different way of breaking. And it's working.
Well, you mentioned earlier that it seems like he's got a plan all mapped out and he's executing it to perfection.
He shoot the 2 past the 4 ball. Going left. That's good. He can switch hands. This is a man in control right now. In control of himself, in control of the match. Spread eagled over the table with his right leg.
You get the feeling like he's in cruise control.
He's at one with the table and the balls, let me tell you. He's not noticing anything on the outside. I like the way he's playing right now. I mean, he hasn't been out of line once. a Ralph Soke style run out, except he does it a lot faster than Ralph.
Ronato Alcano being so methodical here.
I mean, he's got the perfect angle on every shot. He hasn't been out of line one time. Four-game lead if he makes this 9. Lost concentration for a moment. That's what Rue needed.
Boy, oh boy, what a time to miss.
You know, he fell a little short of that position. No reason to think he was going to miss it, though. And as we've alluded to many times, these pockets are unforgiving. You must hit the center of the pocket.
Stay quiet.
This is going to be an early Christmas gift for Chia Ching.
That changes everything. All the momentum was Ronnie's.
Chia Ching stops the bleeding. After giving up 4 straight racks to Ronato Alcano, he has taken one back, and he's still within the Philippines' last hope here in the World Tour Championships for 2006. Well, the big question is, will he be able to overcome it? Obviously, that's still on his mind. Watch it again. This was a sitter as far as he was concerned. It was a pretty difficult shot, yes, but for somebody of the caliber of Ronato Alcano, that should have been a gimme.
Yeah, he really gave a boost to the confidence of Wu.
Change to break. Trailing 2 racks to 4.
Big difference between being up 5-1 and 4-2. 5-1's a commanding lead.
That is a world of difference. And now with Chia Ching up to break with a run out here, he could draw to within 1. He's actually been breaking very well. Got 4 balls down on the break in the first rack, 3 balls in rack number 5.
Power goes. Looks like not the great. He's got an open 1 ball, but no easy pocket for it, that's for sure.
Well, he's got the full pocket.
You know, he may want to shoot that 1, cut it up into the upper right corner by the 7, because the 7 gives him what we call a sideboard. That means if it hits the 7 ball, it'll still go in.
It'll give you a bigger pocket.
Yeah, give you a bigger pocket. He's taking a long look at this one. Not an easy shot either way. He's also looking about cutting it backwards into the upper left pocket near the 3 ball. It's kind of which way do you feel best about it? He's got a little sideboard there with the 3-2. Not as good a sideboard. He may be more comfortable cutting it backwards, though. We'll see. Looks like that's the way he's going.
But does he feel comfortable? Will he play safe?
I think he's shooting. Looks to me like, yeah, he took dead aim. He took dead aim. Will he get up for the 2? Will he get up for the 2? He just does. He just gets up there. He's got a nice little cut shot down the rail. The good news is that if he cuts this ball in, he should have a shot at the 3. The 3 being by the upper left corner. The cue ball will go back and forth across the table. We'd like it to stop somewhere near the middle of the table. He doesn't really want to bump into that 5 ball.
A lot of players this week have missed cuts such as this one.
He hit that ball good.
But none of them were the defending champions.
Well, he may have got the break he needed last rack, and Ronnie missed that easy 9 ball. I would say this is the last hard shot of the match, of the rack, excuse me. Not that the 3 ball is hard, but getting position on the 4 is a little tricky because of those 2 balls in the way, the 7 and the 6, excuse me, the 5 and the 6. Probably use high English, high right English, and make the cue ball go around 3 rails to get back on the 4. Gotta put a little stroke on this ball. I like the way he did it. As long as he can avoid the 5, and he has. medium length cut shot on the 4. Probably would draw the cue ball back up. He'd like the cue ball about right where it is right now. He'd like to bring it right back up there. Shoot the 5 on the side. Sees cueing real low to draw the cue ball. Nice stroke he put on that ball. He hits the balls with authority. Nothing tentative about his game. Boy, what a feat this would be for a teenager to win the world championship back-to-back. Hasn't done it yet, but he's well on his way.
And if there's one lad capable of doing that, it's got to be this kid. He has shown so much promise through the years, and as they said, finally the future is now for Ronato Alcano.
Perfect position. He's in good shape. He's going to pull within one game, 4-3. I don't think we'll see any lapses in concentrations from him.
Ronato Alcano puts together 2 straight racks. After a break and run out here in rack number 7. That has somehow helped his cause with that fantastic cut shot, reverse cut shot.
That was the key shot of this rack, that first 1 ball. Not an easy rack.
No, it wasn't. Ralph Sucre into the semifinals. Ronato Alcano still battling Ronato Alcano. Wu Wei from Chinese Taipei is safely into the next round. And look at the update. China over Vietnam, 8-5. Li Ho win on a tear of his own. But the focus is back here on table number 1. The lone Filipino campaigner left.
Ronnie needs to atone for that miss before.
Ronato Alcano to break.
He would really like to break and run out here.
This is when he'll have to gather his nerves.
I like what he's doing. He's not rushing. Usually when a player is a little nervous, he starts rushing, and Ronnie's not doing that. He looks very composed. He knows he made a bad mistake, but he wants to get right back on track.
Naturally still in control of this match.
Same soft break, same side pocket. Well, he went a little bit further. Went a little too far. Well, it looks like the only available pocket for that 1 ball is this lower left corner. Yeah, right there. If Ronnie is to shoot that ball in the lower left corner, the cue ball will go towards the opposite side pocket. He's got to avoid that side pocket. And then he's got to find a pocket to make the 2 in, because the 2 does not pass the 7. It may go by the 6. Well, he's taking a look at this. He just missed a much easier shot. No, he missed another one. 2 misses in a row. Got real lucky with that lead that went past the side pocket. Ronnie played good shape on the 2. He just forgot to make the ball.
You think he's still thinking about that earlier miss?
Well, it definitely affected him. He didn't hit that ball good at all. I mean, he missed the pocket by a good full 2 inches.
That's why they say these Bullets players have to have a short memory.
Well, Wu doesn't have any bargain here. I mean, he's looking to see if he can bank that 1 ball cross side. Now he's looking to see if he can cut it down in the end. Well, this is a good shot if he makes this one. The cue ball will go off the point of the side pocket. That looks like what he's shooting at. This is a tough shot. Very difficult cut shot. All the way down the table. Wow, he hit that ball nice.
And he nailed it.
That ball never touched the rail.
Talk about having all the tools. Ronato Alcano has it. And then some.
He showed some class right there. Well, now he can shoot the 2 on the side. Again, he's got the predicament of how does he get the cue ball back around the table for the 3. That 7's kind of blocking his path down here. It's a tricky little layout. See, that's what he's looking at. How can I get the cue ball around that 7 ball and get back up for the 3? Let's see what kind of magic you can come up with here. I love that first shot, that opening salvo. He's taking his good time here. He knows this is no picnic. He's going to try and avoid this 7 ball. Bounce short of it off the rail. Wow, did he really play that position? He's playing position to shoot the cue ball between the 6 and the 8.
Well, he sees enough of that.
That's the question. Can he see enough of the 3 ball to shoot it in the side?
I think he might have just enough.
Because he sure doesn't want to shoot it up in the end. I know that. Well, we can't quite tell. Looks like he can. Looks like he can. If he can shoot it in the side, he still has a hard shot, Anthony. He's got to go down table with the cue ball and come all the way back for the 5 ball. He's got to hit this hard. You know, he made another great shot there. He made another great shot.
And look at the position he's got. Almost perfect.
I'll tell you what, this guy's playing like a world champion right now. This is definitely not business as usual, this rack. This has been one test after another. Now, he's got him in a little better shape here. Ronnie's not liking what he's seeing right now.
We talked about it just a few minutes ago. Just on the verge of taking a 5-1 advantage.
You know, he almost dropped short there on position on the 6. He just got there where he can shoot the 6 on the side another quarter of an inch and he wouldn't have seen it. But he's all right. He's all right. He's going to draw the cue ball back. Right around it. Come up here for the 8. Looks perfect. It is. Wow. He handled a tough rack there. Showed a lot of class on that rack. Well, now look what he did. Look what he did. He gave himself a funny angle on the 9 ball. This is similar in some respects to the shot Ronnie just missed. Good thing Wu's a lefty because he can reach out there and see he can stretch and shoot this ball. You better concentrate. This is one where you need to really focus.
And the focus is there for the defending world champion. He has tied things up with Ronato Alcano, putting together 3 straight racks. We're tied at 4 apiece. We're at table number 1. Checking out the action in table number 2. It's 9-5 Lee over Leong from Vietnam. Leong opened a lot of eyes here in this World Championships.
Another great young player. Well, you know, when we got to the quarterfinals, Anthony, we had 7 Asian players, 1 Westerner. Ralph Souquet being the only representative of the West. It looks like Asia's taken over pool. And the Americans were nowhere to be seen, sorry to say. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's not going to help his cause.
Big trouble here because Lee's got a chance to run this rack to get to the hill. 10-5 is a little bit too big a lead. If Lee can close out this match, he'll be the next one up for the winner of the Alcano-Wu match. Should have no problem with these balls.
Actually, both these players have really surprised a whole lot.
Well, the Chinese players never surprised me. They're all so disciplined. I haven't seen one yet that's not solid.
Considering the fact that the Chinese players have only taken to the game as of late.
Yeah, they really got involved in the last decade, but boy, they... Oh, goodness. That is a total loss of concentration. I mean, this ball is a hanger. When you're shooting a ball that's like 8 inches from the pocket, it wasn't even close.
He just took that one for granted.
His nerves. hate to say it, Anthony, but I think whoever wins the Alcano-Wu match is going to be in good shape in the semis. Let me just be blunt about it. The way it's shaping up, I'd say we're going to see Ralph Souquet in the finals against the winner of this match. I know it can be a mistake to look ahead past the semis, but that's my prediction for the finals. In fact, that's the finals I'd like to see.
Good shape here for the 8th, and Long is going to draw to within 3 racks.
Big turnaround there. They had a chance to basically close him out at 10-5. Now Laurent's right back in the match. How old is this kid, 21?
Sure looks like it.
Oh, he's an old-timer compared to Wu.
There's your scoreline. Li Wen from China still with a 3-rack advantage over Long Qidong, 9-6. Field rack, and it's Vietnam getting the better of that one.
Even the best players in the world miss. There's no great player I've ever seen, Anthony, that didn't miss an easy shot once in a while. Well, he's not too happy with himself right now.
Who would be? As you said, that was a sitter. And that was to get on.
Yeah, I'm going to put him on the hill.
The hill, exactly. Talk about a commanding lead.
Let's see who breaks the balls this wreck. I think it's Lee breaking. So he's got a chance to get it right back. Our referee taking some time here with his rack. Great officials they've got here. Team headed by Mikhail Tab, one of the best in the business.
Lap 16, little break. Leading 9 laps of 6.
That roar you heard was from the other arena. Mr. Wu just scratched, gave the ball back to Ronnie. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Lee can come up with here. He needs a big break. Uh-oh. Got a little lucky there and came up great. Look at the layout here. Just avoided scratching in the side pocket. Wow, looks like all he needs to do is really make this 2 and get on the 3 ball. See if Lee can right his ship right now.
Now getting on the hill will be a huge advantage. That will almost certainly close the door on Leung.
He's in perfect line right now to go from the 3 to the 4. As you can see, the 5 is near the 4 ball. There's really no problem this rack other than the fact that he remembers missing an easy shot the last rack. Alcano just took a 5-4 lead on the other table. Mr. Lee is working his way through the rack. He looks a little tentative to me. He doesn't look totally confident. He's being real careful. None of these shots are hard shots, but he's making them look hard.
As you said, after that miss, you start to doubt yourself just a little bit.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to regain his confidence, and this rack should do it.
Well, he's got a huge advantage here.
He's in good shape. That's what you want. You want that 9 ball almost straight in. Put him up 10-6, a commanding lead.
And Lee Ho-ren making it look so simple here against Yong Chi-dong of Vietnam. He is on the hill. One more and he's through to the semifinals.
There's a little money on the line here too, Anthony. These players at quarterfinal stage locked up $10,000. You win this match, you go up to $20,000. This match right here is worth $10 grand for each of these guys. And of course, keeps them alive in the hunt for $100,000. Somebody's going to walk away with $100,000 tomorrow.
The question remains, who will it be?
To break. Rating 6 reps to 10.
We'll stay in the match.
Nice little break there. Yeah, looks like he came up okay. Looks like he can shoot the one in the lower left corner. Balls are a little bit jammed up for him, though. You'll see.
That's going to happen when you go for a soft break.
Yeah, they all tend to stay down the table. Just got to go forward to get on that 3-ball. Just like that. Just like that. Boy, he almost got blocked. Did he get blocked by the 4? It's close. He's going to take a good look at it. Oh, he can shoot it.
Really hard to tell from our end, but
I think he can shoot the 3-ball. The problem he's got is where does he get to make the 4 next? He's got to find a way to keep that cue ball in play for the 4-ball, and it's he may have to go around the table, and I don't think he wants to do that.
not at this stage when you're fighting for your life.
See, the 7-ball's got him blocked on the 4. Let's see. Well, he's trying to find a way. He didn't do it. I mean, he can see the top half of the 4-ball, but he can't make it.
You just might have to yield the table here to Lee.
He's going to have to play safe. He better come up with a good one. Looks like he's probably going to come across the top of the 4-ball and try to put the cue ball behind that group of balls. Yeah, right over here. Hide it behind all these balls. You got 3 balls to block with. Now,
but it's sitting there right at the mouth of that side pocket.
Yeah, this calls for a jump shot. All the Chinese are pretty proficient with the jump cue, and this is a pretty wide open jump shot. There's nothing to block him. Oh, he didn't do it. He did not do it. He fouled. He hit the 6-ball.
Didn't get up there. Not enough height. I was worried about him keeping it on the table. He did not have enough height.
No reason for that. I mean, that was a wide open ball to jump over. It wasn't like he was up close to it. He gives him another ray of hope for Luong. He's in good shape here. Should be no problem cleaning up these last 4 balls. You never know. Anything could happen. You don't want to give your man too many chances when you're on the hill. That roar you hear is from the next table, Ronato Alcano winning another game. Bad angle here on the 8-ball. Comes up a little short there, too. This is not where you want to be shooting the 9-ball. He's looking at the side. He's looking at the corner. If you shoot at the side pocket, this is a tough shot. Wow. You got it. Struck that one right in there. Pulls within 3 at 10-7.
That was a rack that Li Chudong should have won. He was breaking that time.
Anthony, you see that little star on his chest there? Does that mean North Vietnam or South Vietnam?
Good question. There was that foul.
I guess it's a united Vietnam when it comes to sports, which is a good thing.
So now Li Hei-wen breaking for the match on a spot in the semifinals later on today.
We're up 3-2. Lead to break. We're in 10 wraps to 7.
Could this be the final rack?
He needs a big break here. Wow, he parked that cue ball. The one's in good shape. Uh-oh. Nope, he got blocked by the 8. He got blocked by the 8. They're making a corner ball almost every break shot. And this is a ball you really can't push out on. You got to do something with this ball.
What are his options?
Well, he's got to kick either the end rail and hit the 1 or kick to the side rail and hit the 1. The problem with kicking the side rail is you can hit the 1 and scratch. And the 8 makes it real hard for him to go off the end rail. Although I think that's the option he must take. He's pushing out. Where in the world can he push out to here?
He's got to be very careful here in this push out because he just could immediately get it back.
He's pushing out like for a jump shot. Look at this. Look at this. He's dead hooked. He's going to get this one back. I don't see Luong taking this shot.
If I was wrong, I'd give him right back.
Yeah, remember Lee just messed up his last jump shot. He's done, I think he has to kick. What he's done is given himself a little better angle to kick off the end rail.
Yeah, well, Dunn does get it back. I'm surprised he took that long to decide.
Well, he may try to kick. He may go to the side rail like this and try to hit the top of the 1 ball, slide the cue ball across table, and duck behind that 7. I think that's the 7 up there on the end rail. Yeah. Yeah, he's got to hit this just right.
Well, when you come out with a push, you have to...
Oh, he's going end rail. He's going end rail. Kick it into the 1. No good chance he's going to give up a shot here. I don't see any way to avoid it. Oh, my goodness. He got away with it. He got away with it. He didn't have a great game plan, but it worked anyway. You know, it looked like he was trying to make that ball. It looked like he was trying to go rail first and make it. But it was just a little too far out from the pocket. Fortunately for him, it bounced far enough away that Luong doesn't have a good shot at it. I don't think Luong can cut this ball in.
Well, I don't think so either, but seeing the entire 1, he can come up with a much better safety.
The only thing that makes it tough, that distance makes it tough. Boy, look at this. He's going to hide him behind the 6 ball. Great shot there. Beautiful shot. And the question is, will Lee go back to his jump cue that failed him just a moment ago?
Watch this shot again. Once you can see that entire ball, the entire object ball, gives you almost always a world of options.
Here we go. Here's the jump cue, the one that failed before.
And he came in contact with that 6 earlier.
Well, he got elevated, but it didn't do him any good. Long has a shot at the 1. position on the 3 here. Wow, he put a nice draw on that ball. See that ball went deep across the paper there and drew back up? That's a lot of reverse English to make it do that. A lot of juice on that ball.
He showed great control.
He's straight in on the 3. Again, he's faced with a difficult position shot.
They want to come into contact with that 8, and he's hooked himself.
Yeah, he wanted to spin off that end rail and move over. Looks like he cannot shoot directly at the 4. He's going to jump this ball. Well, he jumps the balls pretty good. He should get over it and he should hit the 4. But to jump this ball and make the 4, low odds. Low percentage shot here.
Much less snooker your opponent.
He's trying to get lucky here, believe me.
That's a good effort. But it's going to open up the table here for Lee. Not the easiest of shots, but if he can make this, he will finally hold his opponent.
Lee's got a long shot on the 4. And he needs to make the ball and come back down table for the 5. So he's got to work on this one. Nice hit, nice hit. This is good. This is good. He got a little straighter on the 5 than he would like, but if he's got even the smallest of angles, he can go, yeah, it's enough, it's enough. He can go forward, spin the cue ball off the end rail, and go up towards the 6. If he can even get up to the second diamond, it's a good shot. Nicely done, nicely done. Almost to the second diamond. All he really needs to do is cinch this 6 ball. Just shoot it. He wants to hit it with low English. Just kind of kill the cue ball right there. You don't want the cue ball to go too far after it makes the 6. Nicely done. Now Will's sweating now. He knows it could be all over.
I think he's resigned to his fate. His campaign is finally done here. But it's been a great run though.
Yeah, make the final 8 in the World Championships. That's something to be proud of.
Nothing to be ashamed of. He's going to go home a hero.
With 10 G's in his pocket. Well, that's where he wants to get. He wants a real easy shot at that 9, and he got it. Well, we got a man from Chinese Taipei in the semis.
Now a man from China. Li He-Wen safely through the semifinals, disposing of Vietnam's Nong Chi-Dong with a final score of 11-7. And there is where everything stands, just one more player to complete the cast. And we'll join that game between Alcano and Ching right after this.
Our commentators Anthony Suntai and Jay Helford have the answer.
So far, Alcano, yes, is up 7-5.
Well, we got a player from Germany, we got a player from Chinese Taipei, and a player from China. Now this crowd would love to see a Filipino in the Final 4.
Look at this combination. That was in rack number 11. Actually, rack number 10, sorry. 5-9 combination from Ronato Alcano. The players have taken a break, and a well-deserved one at that. We've got a packed house almost to the rafters here.
So race to 11.
Right now, let's check out some tips from Steve Davis.
obviously to hit the cue ball, you need to pull the cue back, the backswing as it's called. But it's important that you know how far to pull the cue back for the shot. You can pull it back any distance you like, and then you can go through. But the further you pull the cue back, the harder it is to then deliver it in the spot you want. So you have to find a happy medium. Some players, especially amateur players, pull the cue back too far for the soft shots and then have to go through slowly. This is decelerating, a bit like when you play putting and you decelerate on the putt. If you pull the cue back too far, you have to go through too slowly. Not only have you got inaccuracy, but you haven't got a positive delivery of the cue. So this is a slow delivery of the cue. You pull it back too far, and then you go through like this. But a better way is to cut down the backswing, not so much backswing, and go through the shot faster. It doesn't have to be a small backswing like that, but just enough to cut down the error. So you pull the cue back like this, and then go through more positively.
Right now it's Ronato Alcano against Chia Ching, the defending champion.
It's a great 5 racks
The Philippines World Pool Championship coming to you live from the Philippines International Convention Center. It's Chia Ching to break even rack number 13, trailing 2 racks.
This is the first match I can remember him trailing in.
I think you're right. This guy has been on such a tear.
Oh, look out, watch out, cue ball. He's done it again. The cue ball got kicked in the corner pocket. He's not going to like this.
That has been his Waterloo here today. Well, this time it was the orange 5 knocking down that cue ball.
Nice little setup for Ronnie.
In fact, even in rack number 11, Chia Ching had a scratch. So things have really not gone his way. In terms of that cue ball, Ronnie Alcano now trying to take a commanding 3-rack lead, and he's coming up to break after this one.
It's not all hangers here. There's some ticklish little shots here. You get from the 2 to the 3 easily enough. The 3 to the 4 ball is a little tougher. He wants to get real good position right here. This is the key shot of this match right here. Excuse me, the key shot of this rack is getting position from the 3 to the 4. Nicely done, Ronnie. Nicely done.
Once again, it looks like he's just cruising through this rack, but
well, we saw what happened when he was cruising a few racks ago.
Exactly.
He missed that 9 ball.
That was in rack number 6. That was ages ago.
Looks good now.
Chia Ching has got to be worried a little bit about that break. It's happened twice. That was in rack number 3. It was kicked in by the pink 4, now by the orange 5. And you think he might try to take off some juice off that break of his?
No, he needs to do something, because I'll tell you what, he's looking at a 3-game deficit, and Ronnie's getting close to the goal line.
And quite possibly 4 with a break and run out here. Ronnie Alcano will be breaking. Let's see him concentrate a little bit more on this one.
Yeah, he's not taking anything for granted now.
The 9 drops. And we find Ronnie Alcano with a 3-rack lead over the defending champion Chia Ching from Chinese Taipei.
Could this be Ronnie Alcano's year? You win this championship and you're on the map in pool.
And look at some of the action earlier. That was the first one. That was in rack number 3. We talked about it, the pink 4, and now look at this one. The orange 5 knocking that down into the same pocket.
Thank you, rack 14. Ronato Alcano to break. Leading 8 racks to 5.
Ronnie Alcano now breaking. This is rack number 14. Looking to take a commanding 4-rack lead. You think he's once again going to go back to his soft break, which has been so effective so far.
Look at. Wow, he just avoided that pocket. Looks good though. He's always got that one front of the side pocket.
At the same time, you know, with the soft break he's got a pretty good spread of the balls.
Yeah, this is nice. This is nice. He's got balls down table. I like the way he controls that one ball though. He keeps it in front of that side pocket. No one else has done this that I've seen. Draw the ball back just a few inches, just like that, for the 2. I have a feeling he's going to shoot the 3 on the side. That's what he's looking at right now. Yeah, where he wants to be. You can kind of shoot this 2 and stop the cue ball almost right there. Shoot the 3 on the side. And that's it. When you shoot at the side pocket, Anthony, you want to play pinpoint position. You don't want any angle at all.
Chia Ching there pondering his fate. He's got to feel that title is slipping away.
Well,
just ever so slightly.
Yeah, he hasn't been in this position in any match. Yeah, it's a little bit of an angle, but he's close to the 4 ball. If you got to cut a ball, you want to be close to it. Should prove no problem for Ronnie.
Watch out.
Playing with fire there, wasn't he?
He obviously didn't want to be that close to that side pocket, but nonetheless, he dodges a bullet.
This would be a commanding lead of 4 games if he can finish these last 4 balls. Almost an insurmountable lead in this alternate break format. What a big rack this is for Ronnie Alcano. Good stroke there. Get past the 9. He did it.
And then some. He's flashing all the tools here. And Ronnie Alcano says, I know you're talented, but we're on the same plane. There's a buzz going on now here inside the Coliseum.
Nice draw stroke. Nice draw stroke. Well done. Ronnie stops and takes a good look at it. Ever since he missed that 1-9 ball, he's being real careful.
9-5. Visual racks put together by Ronnie Alcano gives a commanding lead. He's in front by 4.
He would be a national hero if he could win this championship at home. The last hope of the Philippine nation right here. It's all resting on his shoulders.
He looks so calm. But very important to keep your emotions in an even keel at all times. Chia Ching has got to be thinking, I've been so unlucky here in this match.
Well, notice the contrast in styles on the break shot. Ronnie's breaking soft and it's working. Rue's breaking hard.
Thank you.
It isn't
Rack
working.
15. Chia Ching to break. 5 racks to 9.
Does he take some off here?
Quiet, please.
I don't think so. I like you said, he feels like he's just been unlucky in his break shot. I mean, he's been making balls in the break. He's made like 2 and 3 balls in the break, but those 2 scratches, it's a 4-game swing.
Exactly.
And what's he behind by? 4 games. Oh, look at this. He came with the Ronato Alcano break, except he didn't do it as well.
Well, the thing is, if you start to play your opponent's game, in any sport, it's advantage your opponent.
This did not work for Wu. Yes, he can see the 1 ball. No, he can't make it. He's got to play a safety.
I've always believed in any sport, you have to make your opponent play your game. And right now, Ronato Alcano is doing that to the defending champion. I wouldn't be surprised if all Ronnie did the entire yesterday was practice that soft break. Chia Ching has probably never practiced that. He takes it onto the table right now, and look at his position.
He's in trouble here.
And we got the feeling Ronnie's saying, well, I drove into that soft break. Let's see if it works for you as good as it worked.
Yeah, Ronnie's real aware of what happened just now. Wu quit his game plan, which was break hard and run out. I think it's a little late in the match to be changing your strategy.
I agree. I totally agree.
Is he trying to bank this 1 ball cross corner? He sure is, and he did it. Wow. That was a championship shot under pressure.
Well, this guy is not going to go away without a fight. He is here to prove that last year's championship was no fluke.
That's a do-or-die shot, this rack. If he misses that ball, he's lost the rack. He must make that bank shot.
And quite possibly the match.
Well, his position's a little shaky here. He did get there. He just got there. He's not too happy about this. He's got to go up above the 4 ball now. Yeah, he held it down there. Nicely done. I love the way this guy pockets balls. He's so accurate. Other than those 2 scratches on the break, he'd be right in this match. This is a must-win game. He cannot let Ronnie get to the hill here.
Especially with the way Ronnie's been breaking. Because expect to have Ronnie on the hill when he comes up to break. He's had so many break and runouts. Alcano has put together 3 straight racks. This is a nice response here from the champion if he can put this one together.
He fell a little short on the 7 ball, but he should be all right. Comes down nicely for the 8. He's got to stretch a long way here to shoot this. He may have to go to the bridge. He's got a long reach. I don't know if he can reach this one, though. Let's see. Once that cue ball gets... Yeah, he's stretching way out there for this one. Nicely done. It's a little high from the 9 ball. This is almost the identical shot that Ronnie missed early in the match.
But Chia Ching handles that perfectly. And he draws to a game 3.
Well, he gets the rack he needs to have, but it may be a case of too little, too late.
Well, it seemed like Ronato Alcano has drawn his opponent into that soft break. It worked out for Wu that time, though. Finally solving that riddle of controlling and keeping that cue ball on the table.
He still had to open with a very difficult bank shot there on the 1, though. He's was not an easy rack. Not as easy a rack Ronnie had. Ronnie, when his break is working, man, he's just,
Ronato Alcano.
he's got all the balls spread out. He's got a good shot at the one. He makes it look easy. The winner here will take on Lee from China in the semifinals. I have to make whoever wins this match a favorite in the semifinal match. Of course, stranger things have happened in pool. Big break here for Ronnie. He can basically put this match away if he breaks strong here. I see one going down. Look at this. Look at this. Here we go again. Oh, look at that 5 ball. First time this has happened. The first time in the match he's been blocked on that 1 ball. At the last moment, the 5 kissed, came up in front of the 1. Otherwise, look at this rack. If the 5's not in the way, look at this rack.
So now what are his options?
Well, he may push out here. I don't know if he can even see. Yeah, he can't see the 1 ball. He cannot touch that 1 ball. He's got to push out somewhere. Something he has not had to do yet in the match. Well, at least Wu's got a chance. This is all Wu could hope for, is to have a shot in the rack. I don't know about this one. I mean, this is a long, tough shot on the 1 in the upper left corner. But Wu can make these shots.
Did Ronnie bring that out there because he was actually tempting the kid?
Yeah, he is. He is. I think he'd like the cue ball to be on the rail, though.
Or quite possibly that ball's on the rail. Chia Ching gives that back to him.
Yes.
This, I think, is a more tempting prospect for the 17-year-old.
Tough shot, but this guy can make these kind of shots.
Well, rattles out that time. Does he get second place? No, he doesn't.
No.
And the gamble works for Ronato Alcano. That was an excellent try, though.
Yeah, well, he tried to do a lot. He tried to bring the cue ball all the way back around to shoot the 2 on the side. Oh, what a touch. What a touch. Ronnie's got the 2 straight in. Draw the cue ball back for this 3 ball down on the end rail here. Let's see if he can keep doing what he's been doing. Play in perfect position. You know, Anthony, when you play that perfect position, these racks look easy. It's all about cue ball control.
Chia Ching has got to be beside himself, knowing he has not really done anything wrong. Not a major mistake.
Got a little bit of an angle here on this 5 ball. He knows he's kind of got to stop the cue ball. Let's see. You know what? I think he's going to hit. He's going to kill this ball. Oh, I like the way he did this. 2 rails out of the corner. Tricky little shot, and he handled it well. Nicely done by Alcano.
And it's now elementary from here on in to get on the hill.
Alcano goes on the hill, 10-6. On the verge of moving into the semifinals and knocking off the defending champions, Ronato Alcano. I'd like to welcome Jerry Forsyth into the booth with me. How you doing, Jerry?
Just great. I've been watching this match, and
Boy, what a display of power from Alcano.
Well, the match turned on the 2 scratches on the break by Wu.
Yeah.
And both times he scratched, Ronnie ran out. So it was a 4-game swing right there. And look at his lead, 4 games.
Well, it's certainly pleasing for home crowd.
Chia Ching to break. 36 racks to 10.
Nice to see a Filipino still alive in this tournament. See, he tried a soft break for the first time last time. Here he does a soft break again.
I'm really surprised that he's not staying with what he was found, what the method he found such success with earlier.
I am too, and I mentioned that earlier. But those 2 scratches really proved costly. If he loses this match, it'll be because of that. Long shot on the 1 ball. Must come all the way back down table for the 3. Wu's got his back against the wall now.
And he has to stay loose. He can't let the pressure get to him.
Nicely done. Oh, look out. He's going to run into that 4 ball and it's going to block him. He's in trouble right now. He's in big trouble right now.
That's really uncharacteristic from what we've seen all week. I mean, he's been so precise with that cue ball. I think he feels it slipping away, Jay.
This young man is a great pool player. He almost kicked that ball in. The 3 balls rolling. Ronnie's going to have a shot. The problem is, as you can see, the 4 and 8 are tied up.
Yeah, really, about all he can do with that 4 ball is play a pretty good safety. 9 balls, though, if he wishes to take on a carom.
Ronnie's taking his time here, trying to figure out his best option. I think he's looking to see if there's a billiard from the 4 to the 8.
Well, doesn't look like that angle's there to me, but
we'll know soon, depending upon where he goes. Just got to make this long 3 ball and get back down table for the 4. Going to put a nice little stroke on it. Before he gets there, he must have something in mind here, Jerry.
Well, it's not a safety from his position.
You think he's going to play that bit? No.
He's on the other side.
Yeah, he's going to try and put the cue ball behind the 6 ball. Watch this. Yeah, here we go. He's going to block that. He's blocking him again. He did it.
Wow, talk about closing the door. Now Wu has to go over the edge of that 6 to strike the 4. That was a great shot.
Looks like we're going to see a jump shot here. This may be Mr. Wu's last shot in this tournament, right here. Unless he does something spectacular.
Well, he's got the spectacular in him.
I like this man's game. He's a very mature player for 17, and he's going to win his share of tournaments.
Well, when you start by holding 2 world championships in your name at the age of 16, a lot of promise.
Makes a good hit. Here comes the 4. Ronnie is 1 long shot away from winning this match. Off. This is no hanger by any means, Jerry.
You could see the disappointment in Wu when that shot was launched.
Ronnie needs to come with 1 big shot here. Make this 4 ball get on the 5, and that may seal the deal.
Can he close it out right here? So yes, I can. Watch out now. A 7 ball may make cueing a little clumsy.
I think he just got far enough.
I believe he did.
We'll see. Yeah, he's drawing. bringing the cue ball back over to the right so he can shoot that 6 in the same corner pocket, just like that. Look out, look out. This guy flirts for those pockets all the time. Nice layout now. Go forward with right English. Back up the table with the cue ball.
And Wu knows it's over. Until this match, Wu looked unbeatable.
Well, these were definitely the two big guns in this round.
Well, he's cleared the 9 now. He has a shot on the 8.
Let's see if Ronnie can just hold himself together here for these last 2 balls. A lot of pressure. You can feel it. 2 balls to go into the semifinals. This is what he wants. This is what he wants. He wants a hanger on the 9-ball.
Ronato Alcano has sealed the deal.
He's made a lot of Filipinos happy right now.
Taking down the defending world champion, Chia Ching. Ronato Alcano passes through. He is one of our semi-finalists in this year's edition of the Whirlpool Championship. There you see the survivors. It'll be CK versus Fee. Alcano versus Lee. That's coming up later tonight. Man, oh man. We are so close to the end of this tournament. The survivors have to work through their nerves. Right now, let's go to Anthony. He's with our winner.
Thanks a lot. We are with the winner, Ronnie Alcano. Ronnie, talk to us about that missed 9 that you had earlier. It's a good thing you were able to overcome it.
Tingin ko kayo na yung 9, napakadali para sa akin eh. Nagulat na lang ako, bigla na lang nagsigawan ng tao, kala ko pasok. Kasi hindi ko na tinignan kasi yung gulong ng 9, kundi yung puti na lang kung saan tatakbo eh. Kaya lang nakita ko yung 9, bigla na lang parang hindi ko alam kung saan ang galing.
Well, what Ronnie was saying is the fact that he was talking about thinking that the 9 actually went in. When the crowd cheered, he thought they cheered because it went in. And when he looked back at the table, the 9 was still standing up, and so he was very surprised. How do you feel now moving on to your next match, which is the semifinals? Of course, things are going to get even tougher there.
Yeah. Ayun na lang, dalawang hirap na lang ang kailangan ko para makuha ko itong tournament na to.
Okay, good luck to you. He's talking about the fact that he knows it's just 2 more matches away before he can finally get there, but he's going to take it 1 game at a time. Uday?